Hello, and welcome to MrDudeManSir. And today is a very special day. It may not be special to you, because some of you probably don't know what today is, which is probably most of you. But to me, today is the starting of my YouTube channel. A year ago, today is when I started it. And of course, I never got big until recently, but I figured I'm going to celebrate this day anyways, by starting on YouTube. And so, for today, as you can see on your screen here, I am on my channel, and I figured I was going to go to say, like, playlists, and I was gonna go back and have a little history lesson. Show you all of my beginnings, and show you how terrible I was back then, and then work you up to how I am today. So, first off, I'm gonna go to the first episode of my first Let's Play. And now look, listen to this. It's just like, it's not even at 720p. I tried going to it. I'm gonna go like,
launcher.
look at this.
You're wondering where it's from? And I'm just gonna load up this world. Oh, look at that. It's loaded up so fast.
You see that? That was me. That was me a year ago. And actually it says the 22nd because, you know, I didn't actually make my YouTube video, my first video until then, but I did make my channel and start setting everything up before then. But yeah, this is my first video. I did a Minecraft thing, and now I know this is like completely different than what I do now, but at first I was just like, you know what, YouTube. So I did it. As you can see, I didn't have any thumbnails. I kind of just played games for the fun of it. And that is my first little thing. And as you can see here, I didn't really have a specific thing, but I just started playing random stuff, and then there was this game. Hello, hello. It was an RPG maker game. It was like one of the first ones I played. Then I moved to Bad Father, which is terrible still, but it was my first Let's Play. And then after that, I started playing Misao, and know all kinds of other games and stuff, all Let's Plays. And then eventually, I played Game Dev Tycoon, which apparently that was one of my friends all liked. It was like actually pretty one of my good things, but it wasn't really what got me popular. As you can see, I started playing Corpse Party and then Thief, which I need to get back into. And then the big thing that started everything. This thing. Corpse Party Book of Shadows. For those of you who do not know what I do, I'm going to direct you to something. I'm gonna go back here, I'm gonna go to my video manager, and I'm gonna show you something very important. Now, I'm in my analytics, which basically shows everything about my like minutes and everything like that. Now I'm gonna go into views. I'm gonna go into lifetime. Now, as you can see after this like loads or whatnot, you can see a little bit of this like view, 12 views, and then spike! This day was the day that gave me happiness. Because this day was the day I uploaded Corpse Party Book of Shadows episode 1. And then after that, everything started getting big, and that's how I am here today with an actual fan base. Before that, I literally had less than 100 subscribers. I was basically nobody until this came along. And it was amazing. So I just wanted to get this out there that, for one, all you other small channels who aren't getting recognition, I wasn't getting recognition either. It's just basically a game of luck on YouTube. And this shows it. Everyone's just like, dude, you're so popular, so cool and stuff. And I'm just like, well, it was just luck. And after this point, and actually slightly before this point, is when I started taking everything professional. But after that point, I started taking everything specifically professional. And I started making what I call the best videos of my life out of my channel. You see, I started getting custom thumbnails for each different video. I used to not do that. I added like these little things in that it's original to my extent, and maybe whenever someone sees it in a little thing, they'll read it and be like, "Wow, that's cool. I've never seen it before. I'm gonna go check it out and stuff." But yes, that's what started it all. My channel, and I started getting all things. Look right here, singing Wrecking Ball. It's terrible. I did that like, what time is it? A month ago. I got 300 subscribers, and now I have 600. Yeah, that's just my happiness. I just wanted to get that out there. In a year, I've basically gotten, if you round everything off, I've nearly gotten 2 subscribers a day. However, it didn't work out like that, as I said. And I have over 11,000 views. So that's just, happiness to me. I just want to get that out there, as I said many times. And now, another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to, like, fade this out into my little channel picture icon thing. And now I'm going to answer some questions I asked for my, special. And one of them is a question by Sindri Paulson. He's a little weird name. And he asks, what's your all-time favorite game you've Let's Played on your channel? Now, that is a kind of a hard question, because it doesn't really have too big of an answer. However, my favorite one would probably be Book of Shadows. Not for the fact of how it got me super popular and stuff like that, but for the fact of how I'm not sure how to explain it. It's just that the atmosphere. I enjoyed the game through it, and it was a really good game. However, it did have its faults, and I believe that is a question I can hit with I hit 2 questions with 1 stone. And yeah, this is it. And I'm going to just explain both of them now. So, this is going to be a spoiler to the end of the game. And so if you haven't seen that Let's Play, or you don't care about spoilers, and you can watch this. But if you don't, then just skip this part right now, because it's going to be, this guy says, Sir, what's your opinion about the Corpse Party Book of Shadows? I still confuse what is the story in that game. So he's basically asking what I think about it, and the story is confusing, which it is. Basically, the thing about Corpse Party Book of Shadows is, by all means of what I think, you could probably have a different ability. It's basically a game about character development. It may be a filler game because they didn't mean to, couldn't be able to just, I don't know, maybe they just want to make some money or do something. Or maybe it was necessary to have the character development for the next game. Or maybe there was some sort of plot development, I don't know. But it's basically a character development game, and that's one of the reasons I enjoyed it, but also the reason I hated it. The reason I hated it is because the ending, since it was a character development game, didn't solve anything. It left all the questions, actually, it created more questions than in the past game, because in relatively to the first game, it had a good ending. I mean, I would call that an ending and it would be a good game. However, this game brought up so many more questions with no answers other than go to the next game. And now, endings like those may be good for some people if you just be able to jump to the next game. However, for me, it's a terrible ending, and no one should ever do that, because it's basically like, well, I rate things on the endings of stuff, no matter what not social media, I always get that wrong. Whatever kind of media, TV show, anime, game, I always rate it by the ending. The ending is paramount, and it's amazing. However, this game had a terrible ending, but it was good. So I still rank it high, and I really enjoyed it, especially for Let's Playing it. However, I do dock it points because of the ending. And it probably would be my favorite series I've ever played, tops Final Fantasy 13, if it had a good ending, and maybe if I play the next game. But for so far, it doesn't rank in my top favorite all-time games. But it was my favorite Let's Play game. Thank you for those questions. Now let's move on to the next one by Band Geek. Who are your top 4 favorite YouTubers? I'm not sure about 4, but let me go to my little YouTube app thing and see how many people I'm subscribed to. Off the top of my head, this is going to sound very ironic because I've been compared to the person so many times, and I've been told that I sound like him and stuff. But my favorite YouTuber of all time is Cryotic. He was one of the people who actually inspired me to do YouTube, and more specifically Let's Plays. And yeah, and actually getting compared to him makes me feel good, because that means I'm doing a good job, because being compared to him, it means he's good and I'm good. So yes, he's number 1. I watch him all the time. It's amazing. Number 2 may come as a surprise, but I like Trump. Now, you may not know who Trump is, because a lot of people don't, but Trump is basically a Hearthstone person, and a full-time live streamer type guy. And I really enjoy his videos, playing Hearthstone. He's basically a calm, thought person who thinks about everything thoroughly, and it's really fun, because I enjoy strategy. Strategy is like my life. So Trump is kind of like a, showing, I don't know, I'm going there, it's just, I like him. and I like his strategy aspects. As for 3 and 4, one of them is probably PewDiePie, however not so much anymore. I used to watch PewDiePie 2 or 3 years ago, and I loved him so much. I watched every one of his videos, but nowadays he just does a little bit of, you know, small snippet things for the popularity, I guess. And I'm not too sure about, I don't watch him too much anymore and stuff like that. So yeah. And then my fourth favorite YouTuber, I'm not even entirely sure. I used to watch Yogscast a lot. I actually watched, you know, Yogscast, Lewis, and Simon, and I watched Sips. But of the two, Sips was my favorite. Yes, and again, Sips did change what he did play, and it did kind of make me stop watching him as much. But I still watch him every once in a while, and Yogscast Sips, it gets the rank of probably 3 above PewDiePie. So that's that, and you know, I probably just started a lot of talking about me being a hater of PewDiePie or something like that, I don't know. But on to the next question, which I'm not sure where it is. Where is it? Okay, the next question is by Lee Kirstman, and he asked if I will ever be playing Witch's House. For those of you who don't know, Witch's House is an RPG Maker horror game. It's basically like a Slender in 2D. Now, I actually have tried recording it. I started recording it, and about 15 minutes in I had to stop. And that would be because, for like, one reason is that I don't enjoy playing those games to an extent, and I don't, gosh, car? It's like midnight. Gosh darn it. And well, yeah, that's something. Witch's House is basically a game. I was playing it, I got scared so many times, and I figured it would just be like a once in a while this like scary atmosphere like all the other RPG Maker horror games I have played. But instead, Witch's House is a full-on suspense, like, horror game, and I'm not really into those. Now, I'll play Slenderman for like 1 episode, and I'll play FNAF, you know, Five Nights at Freddy's, once, and I actually probably won't touch Five Nights at Freddy's again, because I don't like it. But I don't particularly like Let's Playing those games. Like, I've been asked to play Slenderman The Arrival, and I wouldn't play it, because, I mean, it'd basically be like forcing myself to go play that game every day. Now, there may be a time where I play, you know, Witch's House, and also another reason that I don't want to play games like those is because whenever I get into that atmosphere of me not wanting, like, getting super scared and stuff, I have a hard time, you know, thinking straight and making commentary. And that will just turn me into someone who just either be silent or ramble on about random things that don't make any sense. And, so yeah. That's why I haven't been playing, that's why I won't play Witch's House, most likely. It is a possibility, but it's probably a low possibility over all the other games I can play. So I believe that concludes this video, my 1-year anniversary on YouTube video. If you, enjoyed this video, gosh, cars, man. If you enjoyed this video, I am glad. And for all those 611 people who have subscribed to me over this year, thank you for subscribing, and I hope you've been enjoying all of my content. And also, one more question. It's the last question, and it's going to end off this video. As this person said, don't forget to drop the bass. So, I'm gonna drop the bass!